We never saw this coming. The news hit Rogers' place like an avalanche. A veteran with a long history in Edmonton is out of the Oilers, and the way it all went down left everyone stunned. This sudden move is buzzing all over the league's back rooms, and it could say a lot about where this team's headed. If you bleed blue and orange, make sure you subscribe to the channel now and help us hit 1,000 subs to show the real power of Oil Country. Today, we're breaking down a story before free agency even kicks off. The anticipation is through the roof, and it makes sense. NHL free agency starts in less than 48 hours. This could be the turning point for the Oilers. After a rollercoaster season with highs and lows, it's time to look ahead. GM Stan Bowman has some huge calls to make, and any slip-up could cost dearly. The salary cap's tight and the clock's ticking. It's not just about bringing in new talent. The team also needs to decide who stays wearing blue and orange next year. Fans are already asking, who's in, who's out, and will this roster come back stronger? Alright, here's the heart of the story. After a minute in Evan Bouchard's future is the Oilers' main focus right now. The 25-year-old defenseman is a restricted free agent and is expected to get a hefty contract. Word is, it could be as high as $10 million a year. He might not be putting up last season's crazy numbers again, but he's still one of the most productive blue liners in the league. 67 points in the regular season, 23 in the playoffs. Plus, his defensive game keeps improving. He's a key piece. Besides Bouchard, the Oilers have some other big decisions to make. Connor Brown has re-emerged as a valuable asset and could draw interest around the league. Kasperi Kapanen and Jeff Skinner are both facing uncertain futures in the NHL. Then there's Corey Perry, still putting up respectable numbers at 40 and maybe looking for one last contract to chase that Stanley Cup dream. Will he stay in Edmonton or take his final run elsewhere? With just over $12 million left on the cap, the Oilers have to get creative. Signing Bouchard will gobble up most of that. If they want to make serious moves, someone's gotta go. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Bouchard deserves that big payday, or should the Oilers think twice before committing that much to a defenseman? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The 2025 season is already starting behind the scenes. There's some under-the-radar movement most people haven't noticed yet, but it could steer the team's direction. Want the scoop first? Stick around, because our next update will have exclusive details you won't want to miss. Thought the post-playoff buzz was done? Think again. Things are heating up behind the scenes, and there's big activity happening away from the NHL spotlight. Don't worry, I'm breaking it down for you clear and simple. This team earned respect in the last 2 playoff runs, but now they're looking inward, trying to fix what it takes to finally bring home the cup, and it looks like the change is coming from the top. GM Stan Bowman is about to drop a big announcement that could shake things up. No blockbuster trades or last-minute star signings just yet. The player roster will mostly stay intact through free agency. But there is one big departure you've probably already heard about. Evander Kane was traded to the Vancouver Canucks, opening up new possibilities in the lineup. But even with that big move, what's really grabbing attention is the front office decisions behind the scenes. Here's the bombshell. Zack Kassian, former Oiler winger and fan favorite, was let go from his scouting role after just 1 season. That's right, one of the most beloved faces in Oil Country is now out of the front office. Word's already leaking, and folks expect Stan Bowman to announce not just Kassian's departure, but more front office changes soon. Is a full shakeup coming, or is Bowman just tweaking a few pieces? You know, Kassian was a true warrior here. Minus 412 games, 55 goals, 135 points, over 1,000 hits, always throwing his body on the line. More than 500 penalty minutes, too, playing with heart every shift. He was a key addition after hanging up the skates. But it seems Bowman wants a different direction now. Maybe Kassian didn't quite deliver off the ice. Or maybe the GM's just hunting for someone with more experience during this critical phase. So, what do you think? Was Bowman right to let Kassian go? Or should he have gotten more time? Tell me what you'd do if you were running the show. Think you've seen it all. Hold tight. Free agency is just warming up, and the next few hours could bring surprises that shake this team. Want to know who might arrive and change the game? Stick with us, the next update will blow you away. After the long grind to the Stanley Cup final, you'd expect changes, right? But no one saw these moves coming so fast, and with some heavy hitters involved. And this isn't just about players. Talk started right after the draft. New GM Stan Bowman hasn't wasted time and already revealed some good news. A contract extension for coach Chris Knoplow is underway. Bowman didn't hold back, said Goplow's been doing a fantastic job and deserves to stay in charge. But hold on, Oilers fans, before you get too comfortable, here's the twist. Glenn Gulutzan is out. After 7 years as an assistant coach in Edmonton, looks like he's headed to become the new head coach of the Dallas Stars. They wasted no time after firing Pete DeBoer. Gulutzan's departure closes a chapter. He worked under 5 different head coaches here, ran the power play, and was a key figure on the bench. Filling his spot won't be easy. So who's stepping up? This kicks off a real shakeup in the coaching staff. Bowman says every position is up for review, and expiring contracts will be dealt with soon. Big decisions are on the horizon, maybe even more goodbyes. Names being discussed include Paul Coffey, who took a bigger role during the playoffs, and Mark Stewart, who's handled penalty killing and defensive responsibilities. Goalie coach Dustin Schwartz, with the team since 2014, is also under scrutiny. He might be nearing the end of his run. And here's a big behind-the-scenes scoop. Elliot Friedman from Sportsnet reports the Oilers are considering a change at goalie coaching. That might seem small, but it can seriously impact the team's overall performance. So, here's my question. Do you think Chris Knoplow is the right guy to lead the Oilers through this next phase? And who do you want to see on his coaching staff? If you enjoyed this update, share it with your buddies on social media. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a beat on all things Edmonton Oilers. Let's roll into the next season together.